Charles Manson was born into a difficult family situation. His mother, Kathleen Manson, led a dysfunctional lifestyle, engaging in prostitution and abusing alcohol. She spent most of her time with her brother Luther, leaving little Charles in the care of nannies. On April 30th, 1937, Charles's parents divorced acrimoniously. 2 years later, on August 1st, 1939, Kathleen, along with her brother Luther and his girlfriend Julia Vickers, attempted to rob a certain Frank Martin in Charleston, West Virginia. They were quickly apprehended by the police, and the court sentenced Kathleen to 5 years in prison and Luther to 10. 5-year-old Charles was sent to live with his aunt and uncle in McMacken, West Virginia. The boy was periodically taken to visit his mother in prison, which, according to Manson, left a vivid imprint on his childhood memories. In 1942, Kathleen was released early. Manson later called the moment of reunion with his mother the only happy memory of his childhood. They settled in Charleston and then moved to Indianapolis. However, the problems did not end. His mother continued to drink, and Charles began to skip school and commit thefts. In 1947, when Charles was 13, Kathleen, unable to find a suitable foster family, sent her son to the Catholic Diebold Reformatory School in Terre Haute, Indiana. The boy soon ran away, but his mother brought him back. On Christmas Day 1947, he was visiting relatives in McMacken, where he was arrested for theft. Charles was sent back to Diebold, but after 10 months he again ran away to Indianapolis. He did not return to his mother, but lived in a rented room, paying for it by stealing from stores at night. After his capture, the judge sent him to the Boys Town Correctional Facility in Omaha, Nebraska. In Boys Town, Manson met another troubled teenager, Blackie Nielsen. Together, they escaped 4 days later, stealing a car, stealing guns, and robbing a store and a casino. They went to Nielsen's uncle in Peoria, Illinois, where they continued their crime spree. After his arrest, 13-year-old Charles was sent to an Indiana institution for troubled youths. There, he said, he was abused by other boys with the connivance of the staff. Here, Manson developed his method of self-defense. When threatened, he would scream frantically and wave his arms, giving the impression of being insane. In 1951, Manson and 2 other teenagers successfully escaped. Stealing cars and robbing gas stations, they headed to California, but were captured in Utah. Charles was transferred to the National Correctional School for Boys in Washington, where he tested positive for an IQ of 109. A social worker described him as an aggressively antisocial child. On the recommendation of a psychiatrist, Charles was transferred to the Natural Bridge Honor Camp, where his aunt often visited him. However, a month before his intended release, he sexually assaulted another boy, threatening him with a razor. Following this incident, Manson was transferred to a correctional facility in Petersburg, Virginia, where he committed 8 serious infractions of discipline, including 3 of a homosexual nature. He was then sent to a maximum security facility in Chillicothe, Ohio, where he was to remain until he turned 21. Unexpectedly, Manson stopped being aggressive in Chillicothe. For good behavior, he was released early in May 1954, several months ahead of schedule. After his release, he went to live with his aunt and uncle in McMacken, thus ending his long journey through the correctional system.